We are joined now by Dr. Marty Green of the MRS Focus on Sustainability Subcommittee to talk about the 2018 MRS Spring Meeting Materials Needs for Energy Sustainability Forum. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much, Dr.
Pleasure
Green.
to be here.
Let's first talk about the work that your subcommittee does.
So the Focus on Sustainability Committee acts as a liaison between the external global sustainability community and sustainable development community with the people in MRS. And the sustainability efforts within MRS are sort of nascent. We've been playing around with this for about 5 or 8 years, looking for where the programming niche might be within MRS. And we're trying to educate the MRS attendees and researchers on this topic.
What will the attendees experience at the Materials Need for Energy Sustainability by 2050 Forum?
Well, they're going to hear from a variety of experts on the best possible predictions for what the energy landscape might look like mid-century. So, for example, what will our portfolio be in terms of supplying energy? Will it be mostly fossil fuel as it is today, or will a significant portion of it be taken over by sustainable energies, renewable energies like solar and wind and tidal and so forth?
Why 2050? Why that target date? What is the significance of that?
Well, of course, it's mid-century, and according to current predictions, climate change and specifically global warming may be a very big problem for the planet by 2100, so it's good to have a mid-century check. Things like, violent weather and famines and droughts will all be affected by the weather and the climate, and so we need to pay a lot of attention to what's going on in that area.
Can you tell us a little bit about the interactive elements of the forum, what folks can expect interactively?
Sure. The attendees will have the chance to ask questions after the panel discussion and of the experts, and then there'll also be polling. I think it'll be done electronically through phones, for example, where they'll be asked questions and they can vote as to what they think the outcome will be. We don't really know what the outcome will be, but we'd like to get some opinion of what people think it might be.
What are you hoping that attendees will take away from this session?
How precarious our situation is on our planet. People talk about saving the planet. Actually, what they really mean is they want to save the planet so that humans can continue to live on it. The planet's been through a lot worse in the billion years it's been around than anything we can do to it. So really we're concerned about saving the planet for humans. Mm-hmm. That's what we mean. And we see that violent weather and famine and drought are problems. They come up more frequently than they did in the past. And so we need to be concerned about that, and we hope we get that message across to the people in attendance.
On a personal level, you are someone who's been deeply engaged in MRS for a long time. Why did you get involved in the first place, and what has your continued engagement in this meant for your career?
Well, I got engaged because I think of science as a social experiment. I'm not the kind of person that locks himself in a lab and just works by himself. I think science is very interactive. The first MRS meeting I attended was in 1975 when I was just about finishing my PhD work, and I found it to be a very interactive environment, and the more I got involved with MRS, the more people out of my direct field I met, and that was great because they're people I never would have met because I'm not in their field, and so I just broadened my own scientific horizon by talking to a lot of people at MRS and getting involved. I was the president in 2001.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for all your continued work, and we appreciate you stopping and talking with us.
Well,
Dr.
thanks,
Marty
Kathy.
Green.
My pleasure.